got to let it go. Um, but we really are on the doorstep of really starting to sell these products, right? And as I put in the text, one thing that just like the company, just like NeVetica, one of the first things they want to do is help create financial success stories, right? Why? Because that gains the interest and curiosity of other people who see a system, see it's proven, and want to duplicate those results, right? So, in the beginning, and that's why the comp plan is just so stacked in our favor, if you will, is because NeVetica's one of the primary objectives is that, hey, let's create some financial successes. And even for us in our own particular businesses, one of the things that we should be doing or want to do is getting our brand new business partners some financial successes, however, big or small that may be. And when we think about the psychology of that, like we understand that, most traditional businesses don't expect a return, have a return on their investment from anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. But the difference is that through everyday transactions, they are receiving money. So psychologically, they see money coming in, right? Even though they haven't, created a profit off of the loans and the initial startup to get the company off the ground, the fact that they are having cash handed to them, putting it in a register, putting it away, that psychologically is at least saying, I'm making money. So the first thing we all want to do is help create some financial successes for our business partners. And what's the best way to do that? That is generating some immediate sales. It takes time to build a team. It really does take time, weeks, months, years to build a team that can give you the type of financial income that you so-called desire, at least a full-time income. That takes time. That's why when you look at the comp plan, right, we have 4 weekly checks and 1 monthly residual check, right? But the thing that you want to have happen is your bonus checks start to dwindle in size and that residual check starts to build in volume, right? But since, we are early and like I said, it takes time to build that residual because that's the type of income we truly desire, the residual income. They help us get money coming in with bonuses and things of that nature. But ultimately, these are one-time bonuses. And what you want to happen is you get your bonuses, like your bonuses are going to be outweigh your residual income in the beginning, but you ultimately want that thing to shift and have your residual income outweighing your bonuses and things of that nature. So the quickest way for us as business partners, just like NeVetica is doing its part to try to create financial successes, early, quickly on, we have to do the same thing for our business partners. And the best and the easiest way to do that is sales. And guess what? We do not have a hard sell, right? We don't have a hard sell. There are certain things on the scale of selling that, typically like things are like 1,000 or 1,500. Those are called high ticket items, right? Those things that you really have to be savvy and work with a certain limited amount of individuals to sell that product. But then there's things like, pet vitamins, right? It's more of an entry. It's an easier sale than, a high ticket item or something that's an invisible service like life insurance or cell phone. Like it's an easier sale. It's immediate. Boom, money, product, boom. Thank you. I just made $20, right? Great. Now, what did that happen, right? Let's think about the psychology of what that just took place. Somebody knew, right?
Mm-hmm.
They come in and within their first 24 hours, they generate a couple of sales. And so it goes from, can I do this? Or the smallest amount of doubt, yeah, I see them doing it, but, does this really work for me? Then to, oh my goodness, that's $100 in my account. This thing really works. Oh, I'm about to go ham. And so what happens is the results, feed into the belief. The belief tunes into the actions, because sometimes we don't do things it's because we don't believe we can. But when you have certain results, that creates the belief, that creates the action, which in turn creates more results, which keeps feeding the cycle, right? It's just feeding each other. Hey, when you come on, please mute yourself. So that's, what we, should be doing as business partners, is getting individuals in that. And that's why the system, that's why Dr. London has the annoying little, hey, did you take your pet assessment? Hey, did you take your pet assessment? No, we'll find somebody else. That's just help to help. Why? That isn't just for nothing. That is to help create some quick successes. We understand that, right? It's a system designed to help us generate money quickly. But once we are there, right? Once we are to the point where we are getting ready to sell, we are about to send our app out, or we have we're about to, or just sent the app out, we're getting ready to follow up with somebody. There are things that we should just kind of keep in mind, right? Now let's look at these companies, right? We're not like any of these companies that spend tens of millions of dollars on advertisement, right? They spend not just on getting the commercial onto the airways, but they also pay money for the creation of the commercial itself, all right? Does that make sense? And that process in itself can run companies millions and millions of dollars. Now, why are these billion-dollar companies like McDonald's, Coca-Cola? McDonald's probably has the most commercials out of any company out there, right? But why? Like the menu doesn't change, the same system, the same drive-through. It hasn't changed for 50 years, but yet they continually bombard individuals with commercials. There has to be a reason for that. These people aren't wasting millions of dollars for nothing. They understand that there are certain words, phrases, colors that have automatic triggering mechanisms to individuals. That's why certain companies choose a certain color. That's why certain companies choose a certain color, because red induces a certain emotion on a psychological subconscious level. Certain smells, certain shapes represent certain things, certain emotions, certain activities that drive you to do certain things. Like, this is all well documented. This is all research, and they play it to a T. Certain tones get us in certain moods, right? Like, they've done the research for hundreds of years, and they craft these things to part us with our money, and we don't even know it. We think we have a choice in the matter. Even how stores design their merchandise, it's all to get you to spend money. The whole thing, the whole gamut is marketing, and there's just certain things that we have to be aware of to kind of help people, because we can use those same triggers that have been used on us our entire lives by these big million-dollar companies. We can in turn use these same type of techniques on other same triggers, right? It's not manipulation. I don't want you to think you're manipulating anybody, but it's just influence. Just getting the person to see the benefits, and there are certain words that just help in our favor to achieve that. So let me share my screen. I made a PowerPoint, and I'm gonna kind of go through some of these words and phrases. All right, give me 1 second. Screen. Start now. Okay, boom, boom. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm beginning. Can everybody see that clearly? It's not too big, it's not falling off, it's not too small, but you can kind of see it clearly.
Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe so?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. So, the power of words, right? Excuse me, get a sip of water real quick. Has high quality H2O. So, understand the power of words, right? Use them every day. I don't know why it looks like that. Okay, so there were these two guys, right, that did research on neuromarketing, a lot of what I've been talking about. And they broke down the brain into three different brains: the new brain, the middle brain, and the old brain. All right. The old brain is that reptilian, that lower brain, that fight or flight, but it's ultimately what drives a lot of our decision makings when it comes to purchases. Remember, sales, people buy based on emotion, fight or flight, the lower old brain, and they justify the purchase logically with that new brain. All right. That's the process. That's something that I've learned even before I got involved in network marketing, right? And the old brain, I'm gonna read this little caption. The old brain is the part that controls decisions, and it also happens to be the most primitive. The words you use to market to the old brain will often be the most direct, simple, visual words that you have, okay? So if you want to speak to somebody, the decision maker of that individual, don't try to use big words. We always say keep it simple. It's a reason why we say keep it simple, all right? Let's move on. Now, here is a list. I don't know if people can see. I'm trying to move that out the way. I don't know why it looks like that. Here are some of the most persuasive words in the English language. And we'll take a look at, and we'll like examine, some of these, not all of them, but some of these. I'll just kind of go through them for the individuals that are just listening, and then I'll break some of these down further. So the first one we have is you, all right? Then free, because, instantly, new, easy, proven, love, of course, hurry, quick, results, save, money, happiness, now, and discover, all right? So let's take a look at you, all right? You is, like I said, direct. It doesn't leave any air of who you are referring or who you are talking to or about. You, straight, direct. And, I know when we get the app, we all are going to, go through our phones and our lists and mass text or whatever the case may be, mass message, the app, the sharing app. If you craft a script message, please at least craft it per the individual and just use their first name, all right? You, all right? Number two, free. Hey, that's a no-brainer. Who doesn't like free? And I've been really trying to emphasize my team, hey, whenever you say, download the app, please stress, free app. How many times have you been walking down the street somewhere and there was somebody handing out something free? You may not even cared for the product or even wanted it, but just because it was free, hey, you not only got one, let me get two of those, you know what I'm saying? Just because it was free. Free draws something to individuals and they just take it because it's free, all right? Because, now here's a strong word, because, and it's something about this word that can really make the difference in someone taking action, all right? And when you want people to take action, you always give them a reason, because, right? And there was a study, this was an actual study, or an experiment, I should say, of the power of just one word, the word because. And a guy set up a scenario where an individual, the individual was standing in line to use a copy machine, like at an office environment, right? And he had three different scenarios. The first scenario went something like, he's standing in line, there's maybe one or two people in front of him, right? And he turns to the individual in front of him and says, hey, I have about 5 things here. Do you mind if I get in front of you? And when the person just said that, he had about a 50 to 60% chance of somebody saying, yeah, sure, you go right ahead, right? And then the second scenario, same line, whatever, same scenario, but he just used a different word. He just added some words, right? And he said, hey, turned to the guy in front of him and said, hey, I just have about 5 items here. Do you mind if I get in front of you because I'm in a super rush, right? Then again, based off that, then it went from 50 to 60% up to 90 to 95% of the individuals let him do that. Just, because he was in a hurry, right? Hey, can I get in front of you because I'm in a hurry? When you want people to take action, always give them a reason. Because, but it's not even, you may think it's because, people are just, being nice because the guy's in a hurry. So, and I'm not in a hurry. So sure, why not? You're in a hurry, I'm not in a hurry. Sure, why not? Why not get in front of me? Which brings us to the third scenario. Peep this. So same scenario. Turns to the guy and says, hey, I have about 5 items here. Do you mind if I get in front of you because I have to make copies? And it still hit about this. It's the same percentage, about 94%, 92, 94% of the individuals let him get in front just because he said because. Now look at the difference. He said one was because I'm in a hurry, and one said because I need to make copies. Well, of course you need to make copies. That's why you're standing in the copier line. But just because he said because, he got a greater result, all right? Because. Remember that one. Use that one. All right? Instantly. We all kind of get the understanding of that one. This is a microwave society. If you have the option of doing something or instantly achieving something or instantly achieving it, most of us would go for the instant achievement. Lose 5 pounds. Instantly lose 5 pounds. Make $100. Instantly make $100. Get your money back. Instantly get your money back. You see the difference in that? The power of just the word instantly? New, of course. Why is new such a big one? Because we associate new with better. We want a new car. Nothing wrong with the old car that we have, but because this one is new, it's nicer. It's just a better car because it's new. Right? Easy. We all understand that, people. Our brains designed to take the path of least resistance. So if you tell somebody something is easy, they're much more inclined to, look at it. Proven, love, hurry, quick results, save. Who don't want to save? Money, that's a big one. Happiness, now, kind of like instantly. Let you know it's instant. Right. I don't have to wait for it. Now, discover. Discover is almost like it piques curiosity. Learn how to put a car together in a month. Discover how to put a car together. Like it almost gives it a little air of like you're about to adventure almost. Discover. All right? Let's take a look at some more words. 6 phrases that imply exclusivity. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Exclusivity. Right? Now, here comes some more marketing. People want what is perceived to be out of their reach, or that they can't have, or something that is just so popular or so rare that they may not be able to get access to it. They may not be like the few or the majority, or whatever the case may be. So when you're talking and you're positioning information, look, we have an app that you just can't access. I don't care who you are, even if you just learn about the NeVetica name, you just can't download it, you just can't access it. Who do you think you are? You can't just come and download our app and just start using it at will. This is members only. Login required. Hey, be one of the first. What? Yes. Get it before everybody else does. Who don't want something before everybody else does? Who don't want the new spring fashion before everybody else starts wearing it, right? Only available to subscribers. It gives, this is something you just can't get if you just want it. No. And if you're out there and you're doing things, hey, you're trying to generate more sales, hey, exclusive offer. And if you build up your own product base and you just want to give samples away, hey, look, I got an exclusive offer. Today only. If you buy a HIPAA joint, I'll throw them in something for free. Exclusive offers. Get people to do things immediately. Take action, right? Let's look at something else. Words and phrases that make you feel safe. So we all know people what skeptical is I don't know what. Most people probably afraid of their own shadow. So when you come approaching them talking something, get away, no, process. Let me get a drink of water. Hold on 1 second. So these are words and phrases that make people feel safe and okay, right? Authentic, the real deal. Research, that's a big one. Knowing and the type of products that we use, researched, backed by science, right? That's another one. Secure. Let them know that their information isn't just going to be out there on the World Wide Web for, any identity theft to take. Secure, endorsed, and we are. What are we a part of? The National Animal Supplement Council. We're endorsed. We're backed. We're researched. We're secure. We're authentic. We're tested. Look, no obligation. You can cancel anytime. Wouldn't that make you feel a little more comfortable that you don't have to make a long? And how many times have you heard that? How many times have you heard no obligation, cancel anytime? Just because they know that will make people feel a little bit more safe and say, hey, I don't have to make this long-term commitment. I can just do it for a month and then I can just cancel. But you know what? I come to find out most people don't cancel. Most people don't cancel. It's just like a gym membership. You can go in there, you can cancel anytime. Some people, you may have a penalty, right? You may have a penalty. But they count on 70% of their membership not showing up to the gym. Because if they did, it would be too many people, but they still, out of a lot of those individuals, collecting a monthly membership, even though they can choose to cancel it anytime. I think I've done that personally, but like a number of different things where I just wanted something for 1 month and I can cancel anytime. And after, second, third month, I keep getting the bill. What the heck? Oh, I forgot to cancel that. How many times have you forgot to cancel something, right? But it just, it's just one of those techniques to make people feel comfortable. Triggers, all right? Let's see. Last slide. These are 7 phrases that imply scarcity. And when something is, scarcity, rareness makes the value go up, makes the desire of it go up, Let me try to, what's an example? Something, I don't know. I can't think of nothing off the top of my head. But you guys understand what I'm saying. Oh, even like, okay. Even like when like during Christmas time, right? That's a good analogy. During Christmas time, when the new hot toy comes out, right? And they get bought up and there's just a few left. What happens to the price of that hot toy? Pew! It goes up, right? But because people just want, like I say, people want what they can't have. So exclusivity, scarcity, if we could kind of paint things that way, people would desire it. Limited offer. Get them while they last. How many times have you heard this? Get them while they last. They got dozens of that crap. They ain't nothing running out anytime soon. Are you kidding me? Get them while they last. Today only. This is some stuff you can just do just to generate some quick extra sales. Hey, look, today only. If you buy this, I'll throw in that. Boom. Whatever the case may be. And of course, this is NeVetica. It's only available here. Hey, you know what? I'm doing a special on this product, but I only got 10 available at this price. Double the offer in the next hour only. Hey, look, if you do something right now, I'll throw something else, but you got 1 hour. Sale in soon. These are all different things. Look, you are still a business owner. You have product on demand, and you can use some of these techniques just to get people curious, just to get them on the product, right? Let me stop right there. But that was just some things, some words, some phrases, understanding, psychology, advertisement, marketing. All of these are just things that they utilize to get us to spend, right? And we do it. We do it. Like I said, it's the reason why these companies spend so many millions on the research. It's because we think we really do have a choice, but they set it up in a way that it's amazing. Like if you truly research how the mind tricks us and how they take advantage of it because they know the blind spots and the tendencies and the triggers of the mind, it'll blow you away. It will absolutely blow you away when you actually think you are making a choice, but no, the choice was already made. They already knew what you was going to do. They already knew which one you was going to buy. They already knew that's the one they wanted you to buy. You thought you had a choice. They wanted you to buy that one this entire freaking time. And there's certain little marketing triggers and techniques that they use to achieve that. So, like I said, first thing I just want to kind of talk about that because sales, it's the quickest way to get someone engaged and keep them engaged. No one's going to quit the business when they're making money. And my thinking is, and check out the strategy in this. So, I would love for everyone to try to get a dozen customers their first week. At least 6 on auto ship and 6 retail, right? Why? Because let's say your average purchase price, and this is on the low end. Hold on, Nate. Daddy's doing a call, okay? Daddy's doing a training. Need you to go back upstairs. All right, thank you. Love you. Wanted to have yourself working from home. But anyway, yes. So 6 and 6, right? Let's say on the low end, the average sale is $40. $40. That's like 1.5 product, right? Or 1 product, or 1.5 product. If through I don't know if my calculations are correct. I did this earlier, but I don't have the paper in front of me that I wrote it down on. I think it's use the calculator. But yeah, 12 customers, all spending $40. You got 10, 6 of that being auto ship, which will give you 15% return, right? And then you have the other 6, which we will get. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. 25% of that retail sale, correct? So all in all, roughly, like I said, average seller for $40, dozen people, somewhere around, I don't know, $500, all right? That will pocket you close to or around $100, right? $100. Now, $100 the first week. I think that's highly doable, and I think someone made $100 their first week doing something in their spare time can be powerful, because if they did it their first week, then I think I think we can do it 2 or 3 consecutive weeks. And if you're able to tell the story of how you personally made, $400 or $500 just retailing the product your very first month, I think that makes a very compelling argument to outside individuals who think, network marketing is all about just recruitment based and anything. Like, no, are you kidding me? Just myself alone generated $500 in income myself, just retailing the product. It's not a high ticket item. So that's all I had to share with everybody tonight. I hope you had.
You about to be violating.
Hey, can I get you to mute your phone? I'm almost done. I appreciate you so much. What time is it? I was only gonna have an hour. It's just awesome. So
you know what?
That's all I really wanted to kind of share. So I will open it up. If anybody got any